You gonna keep this? You gonna keep the... And somebody behind you talking about some... You're not going... Sup? Though. I really hope you got yours. Oh, that's gonna make me miss Peanut.
I live in Dorset, Vermont. It's a very secluded, mountainous place. There's lots of trails on the mountain that I like to walk or jog down commonly.
Okay.
In fact, I'm able to cut through the woods in my yard to get to a trail that I walk and run down all the time. One day after getting home from work, I changed out of my work clothes and into my running clothes. By 6:45, I was ready to get on the trail. On this particular day, I took along my coonhound, Murphy. We did 5 minutes of walking. Then we started with a slow jog. Murphy is always a joy to walk because she doesn't pull. She always just stays calm at my side.
Okay.
The trail is wide enough for her to always stay by my side, maintaining my speed. I was always looking up when I ran, which is why I didn't notice that Murphy stopped in her tracks until I felt the leash pull her neck, at which point I stopped and looked back at her to see what was wrong.
No.
She was looking behind us, and her ears did that little bouncing thing that hound dogs' ears do when they hear something. I mean, we were in the middle of the forest, so there was any number of things she could have heard. Anything from a deer to a squirrel to another person on the trail.
Or a mass murderer on the goddamn loose. You know? You gotta think outside the box. You grab Murphy, you get to cluck. You, I can see you. You already, you're assuming something. You're assuming stuff. Don't let her or him investigate. You grab Murphy and you haul it. Don't take that chance. Because you know dogs love to figure out. They love to investigate.
I tried to pull her forward to continue our run, but she seemed persistent and reluctant to move forward. I played along for a few moments to let her see that she was curious over nothing. But it wasn't nothing, because I finally saw what she was looking at. There was a man back down the trail in the direction we came from. He was clearly not hiding the fact that he was looking at Murphy and I. I waved at him to try and be friendly, and then looked down at Murphy as I pulled her and told her to come.
Wave my ass.
She finally budged and started running by my side again, not without looking back twice at the man. It's happened before, though. People on these small trails would commonly wait for me to move ahead so they could avoid passing the dog. Usually they'd be out earlier in the day, though. At this point it was on the darker side, and usually there wouldn't be other people out. I also didn't notice if the man waved back or not because I looked down at Murphy after waving. But at that moment, I still thought everything was normal. That is until maybe a minute later, when Murphy stopped me again. This time she looked ahead of us and started barking. I saw who she was looking at right away this time. It was another man walking slowly towards us. I waved to him too, but he didn't wave back.
Oh shit. Stop clucking, waving. Murphy knows what's up. That other guy is probably in cahoots with the other guy. Just stop waving at mother cluckers. And just get the hell out, because Murphy is trying to tell you something. Yo, you gotta listen to your dogs. Your pets. Listen to them. They're trying to tell you something.
I was standing still, holding Murphy close, expecting the man to eventually pass me. But the closer he got, the slower he went. When he got within hearing range, I told him that Murphy's friendly and that he could pass. Now here's when I knew something was up. After I said this, the man maintained eye contact with me, keeping his straight face as he very slowly continued approaching us.
Oh, that's weird.
Then I noticed Murphy turn around and start barking in the other direction, behind us. turned and almost had a heart attack when I saw that man from earlier, maybe 5 feet away from us, slowly approaching as well.
That's really close.
I knew now something bad was about to go down. There were only a few seconds between that moment and the moment I felt 2 arms reach around me from behind.
Oh!
Then the first man I saw earlier started full-on charging me. Murphy's barks turned to aggressive growling and rabid dog-like barks. Then one of the men screamed as apparently Murphy bit him in the leg and wouldn't let go.
There you go, Murph!
This forced the man to release his grip on me, giving me a chance to tackle the other man to the ground. It took a little force to get Murphy to release her grip from the man's leg, but when she did, we ran back down the trail. The man who I tackled didn't try fighting back after his friend got bitten. I think he realized they were outmatched at that point, but I was still not sticking around to find out what their intentions were. We got back to the house in 5 minutes, only because we sprinted back. I checked Murphy to make sure she wasn't hurt or wounded at all by the man she bit. She was fine. I couldn't be more grateful for her. She's still alive and well. She's 9 years old. I still see it as a blessing in disguise that one of the few times I decided to take Murphy along with me was the same night I ran into those 2 men in the forest.
Listen to your dogs, yo. They be trying to tell you what's up.
My pit bull Callie sleeps in my room with me.
Okay.
I have a loft bedroom, meaning it's a higher level in the house than the rest of the rooms. My room also has a very large closet elevated off the ground. I keep a little stepping stool to get into it. It's mainly just a bunch of childhood toys stored in there though. One night, I woke up to growling.
Oh.
I sat up and saw Callie standing in the middle of the room. She was looking up at the closet. Needless to say, as a 14-year-old, that scared the shit out of me to even imagine what she could have been growling at. I called her up to my bed so I could pet her and calm her down. She licked her lips and stopped growling, now looking at me. I turned to give another look at the closet door in the dark. She stopped growling now though, so I figured it was just her doggy imagination running wild. I went back to sleep pretty easily, now with Callie in the bed with me. I woke up.
I'm sorry, I can't go to sleep after that. I can't. I'm not staying in that same room. Nope. Hell no. Because I know dogs. If they barking at what you think is, or if they barking or growling at what you think is nothing, chances are it's something there or someone there. I've had too many dogs in my past to not know the signs of when a dog is like, yo, it's something in here. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you, brother. Like, it's something in here. It's something in here. Yo, Gator, wake the fuck up. I'm trying, yo. Get the fuck, get up. All right.
Ryder,
You know what?
Ryder,
You
Ryder,
go ahead
Ryder,
and
Ryder,
sleep
Ryder,
in
Ryder,
your
Ryder,
bed.
Ryder,
All right.
Ryder, Ryder,
I'm
Ryder,
gonna
Ryder,
get the
Ryder,
fuck up out of here.
Ryder,
Sorry,
Ryder,
I'm trying to save you,
Ryder, Ryder,
but you don't want to listen to me. Okay, so
Ryder,
that's that. I
Ryder,
love
Ryder,
you,
Ryder,
but
Ryder,
I'm not about to
Ryder,
get clocked
Ryder,
up. No,
Ryder,
not
Ryder,
today
Ryder,
or ever.
Ryder,
So
Ryder,
I warned
Ryder,
you
Ryder,
about 3-4
Ryder,
times.
Ryder, Ryder, Ryder,
Sorry, you can just stay in bed. I'ma just go
Ryder, Ryder,
and get
Ryder,
the cluck up out of here.
Ryder, Ryder,
Just saying.
Ryder, Ryder.
Yeah, God knows how many hours later, now to Callie's barking. She was in the center of the room again, looking up at the closet. I told her to shut up, and after she looked at me in silence, I heard a jar of Legos spill inside the closet.
Oh my God!
Callie started going crazy now, barking and trying to jump up the stepladder, clawing at the wall. I heard my bedroom door open, and my dad came up the stairs screaming, "What the hell is going on?" I told him to check the closet, there's someone in there. He ran past Callie, up the stepladder, and pulled the door open. The second he opened that door, someone dressed in jeans, a black pullover hoodie, and black beanie pushed my dad off the step stool, causing him to fall on his back. The man in the black hoodie then took off, leaving my room down the stairs. However, Callie took off after him.
Okay.
I heard the two of them rushing down the stairs, but it sounded like Callie caught him because the man let out a scream of pain. My dad and I went down to the living room to see Callie with her teeth sunk into the man's arm. Blood was spilled all over the carpet.
Oh,
Apparently, Kelly bit the man in the leg and the arm.
okay, there you go.
My dad got Kelly off of him and told me to take her back to my room while he called the cops. The man was moaning in pain up until the cops calmly entered the house, looked down at the man, and they picked him up together. They brought him outside, where an ambulance arrived 10 minutes later. He was taken away in the ambulance. The next few days, my dad spent talking to lawyers and whatnot in order to sue the man for breaking and entering. He ended up winning the case, obviously. He never told me how much money he got, but he sure did make it known just how much Callie saved the day for our family.
But my question is, who was the mother clucker that let him in the house? Hold on, before you go to the next story. Just saying, somebody in the house is clucking up. You know? Just saying. Somebody in the house was clucking up. They wasn't watching the house. Should have had the doors locked, the windows locked, the vents locked, and the door locked. And then should have had the dog's door locked too. Just saying. Like, how did he end up in the house? Huh? Either somebody in the house was clocking up, or somebody in the house was in cahoots. Where's the mom at? Huh? Where was the mom? That's all I'm saying. Where was she at in the situation? Bet you she was in cahoots. Gotta learn to think. I'm probably so wrong with that.
The first dog I ever got was back in 1992, when I
Right.
was 10 years old. My parents finally agreed to let me get my German Shepherd, my lifelong favorite dog. Only thing, they made me walk him twice a day as the one condition to owning him. Once in the afternoon and once at night. His name was Calvin. This happened on a snowy December night. I begged my dad to let me just let Calvin in the yard, but he insisted I walk him. He always did. And walking him twice a day quickly became a huge chore. I threw on my snow boots, a sweatshirt, and then a jacket over that, and finally my snow hat. I was ready for the cold snowstorm. We set out into the neighborhood streets, Calvin pulling ahead as usual. There were no cars on the road at all on this night. There was simply way too much snow.
Right.
We walked down the edge of the neighborhood by the woods. I remember wanting to see if the roads had been plowed anywhere yet. We came to an intersection between two very quiet roads by the woods at the edge of the neighborhood. That's where I ran into him. I heard the sound of footsteps crushing the snow behind me.
Ah, no.
Calvin turned first and barked a couple times. It was a man bundled up in snow gear. He had a scarf covering half his face, so all I could really see were his eyes.
No.
I could still tell he was on the older side, 40 plus. His voice was muffled through his scarf as he called to me in a friendly voice. Then he did something unexpected. He picked up some snow, patted it into a snowball, and seemingly playfully threw it at me. I dodged it, now not knowing how to react. He came closer and started to pet Calvin. I was pretty uncomfortable, to be honest.
So get the hell out.
The man stood back up after petting Calvin, then put his shoulder on me and
Don't.
said I shouldn't be alone out here on a night like this.
Don't touch me.
I think I remember telling him I wasn't. I was with my dog. There were some more words exchanged. I don't remember what, but I do remember eventually walking away from that man without saying bye.
Okay.
Even though I didn't look back, Calvin kept looking back, and I slightly heard footsteps in the snow behind me again. So I knew he was following me.
So it's time to get the
I
clock.
figured he was following me home, which is why I was caught off guard when I heard the footsteps behind us increase in speed and intensity.
Oh! You hear some footprints, some footsteps increase in speed behind you. Okay. So naturally, you increase in speed, or you already running. You hear some footprints behind you, and they increase in speed. You hear that behind you. You telling me you're gonna keep the same pace? You gonna keep the same. You gonna keep this. You gonna keep the. And somebody behind you talking about some. You're not going, oh, shit. Me and Calvin, we both booking it. Hey, and then if Calvin can't keep up, I'm either picking Calvin up and I'm just holding him while I'm hauling ass, or sorry, Calvin. Damn, that's clucked up. I'm sorry.
Causing Calvin to turn and start barking. The man grabbed me with one arm and covered my mouth with his other arm. I think Calvin started biting him, but he was wearing so many layers that he was able to ignore the pain, but only for so long. The man finally let go of his grip on me and aimed his attention at Calvin by kicking at him over and over. Eventually, the man gave up and took off for the woods. Calvin pulled so hard after him, his leash snapped off the collar, and off Calvin dashed, disappearing into the woods. I heard his barks fade away into the darkness as I screamed his name over and over. I returned home crying, telling my parents that Calvin was chasing after some man and that he was gone. I stayed up all night hoping he would return home. He never did.
Oh, snap.
Calvin was my first dog.
Oh,
Losing him was my first real heartbreak.
damn.
I like to think he was found and brought to a shelter somewhere.
I sure as hell hope
Because
so.
I wholeheartedly believe that dog saved my life.
Oh, man. That's rough. Oh, my God. Sorry, man.
I live on a farm in Bucks County, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It's just my wife and our infant son living there. Oh, and of course my Rottweiler, Jesse. We have Jesse sleep outside in his doggy house from the months of May to October. It serves as an extra form of protection and intimidation to potential burglars. But
Hell no. If I was a dog, I would have been like, you got me messed up. You got me clucked up all the way if you think I'm gonna stay out here by myself outside and are you serious? And it's a man-sized cornfield outside. I'm going in the house and I'm sleeping on y'all bed. I don't care where I'm sleeping. Just make sure I'm sleeping on the bed, right? It can be at the end of the bed. It can be in between y'all. I'm not sleeping outside. You got me messed up. Sorry. Yeah. No. Yeah, I know what y'all doing. Y'all know what y'all doing because if I was to stay outside, I'll be the first one to get clucked up if something pops off. Meanwhile, y'all already gone. Y'all already 6 miles. Y'all don't care about me. Y'all don't care about me. Y'all don't. Because if y'all did, y'all would have never left me. Y'all would have never kept me outside by myself. That's messed up. If you cared about me, right, you would have had me inside the house, at the bottom of your bed, at the foot of your bed, just laying down. Just saying. You're not leaving me outside. Sorry. Especially not next to no man-sized cornfield. Like, you see how tall them cornfield? You mean, man.
also allows for him to do his business freely without having to wake one of us up.
No.
Jesse always has a mount attached to his collar that connects to the doggy house so that he can't run away or get lost.
Okay.
Very seldom at night we hear Jesse barking, and given that he's a guard dog, he's trained to bark at suspicious people. So I always go out and check when we hear him barking. But again, it's very, very seldom. I'm gonna skip the fluff and get right to the night that my wife and I woke up at like 1:30 a.m. to Jesse's barks outside.
Oh my God.
I told my wife, who was also sitting up with me, to wait in the bed. I'll go have a look. I slipped on my shoes and went outside in my robe. Jesse took notice to me for a second, but resumed barking in the direction of our crops. I had to go back inside for a flashlight and Jesse's leash, because I planned on going in the crops with him.
Hell no.
After clipping Jesse's leash onto his collar, he knew right away to take a lead. He led me into the crops. I had the flashlight on, but given the basic nature of a cornfield, I didn't really see much in front of me besides crops in my face, regardless of the light. Jesse stopped barking, but he was still pulling me through the crops, as if he knew exactly where he was going. Then, out of nowhere, he stopped sniffing and just stopped. He looked up, but I didn't know if he heard something, if he was looking at something, or if he was just lost. The two of us stood in silence right there for a little bit.
Oh!
I heard crops in the near distance being brushed around suddenly. Jesse's head was all over the place. He was looking left, then right, then left again, as if he were hearing sounds coming from everywhere.
Oh, shit. Everywhere my ass. Jesse? That's you? Sorry. Because I know Jesse not going to keep up with me. Especially because I have Adidas on? No. Jesse definitely not going to keep up with me. So, unless I give Jesse 2 pairs of the newest pair of Adidas, because Adidas can get you out of any clucked up situation that seems to come your way. Or if you're already in that situation, they just the best shoes to get you out of any clucked up situation. And the best running shoes, hands down, in the game. Best believe that, right? So, because I'm already wearing Adidas. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going outside my house without no Adidas. So, unless I buy my dog 2 pairs of the finest, top-notch Adidas, or I'm picking you up and you coming with me. So, I can only imagine. I can't wait until I see like the animated version of this, because I can just imagine like the dog just.
He started barking and pulling again, but this time I yanked him back to stay put. I swallowed and took a deep breath before calling out into the night that this was a private property and anyone caught trespassing would be brought to jail.
Shut up.
It took more bravery calling that out than you may think. And of course, I was going to yell out a threat like that. What else could I say?
Nothing.
The situation felt so surreal.
Just.
And then...
That damn it. Oh my God, yo. I need to take cause I'm just wearing underwear. So I need a minute because Mr. Nightmare is known for sound effects. God damn. Woo. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. That's funny because I keep saying that I'm good, but like my heart is like it's just beating real fucking fast. Like I'm good, but like I'm not good. Like you feel me? Like I'm good, but then I'm not good. Like fuck, yo. Like come on, Mr. Nightmare. Like he almost got me a goddamn heart attack. Son of a... Oh. Damn. Whew. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's get back. We almost finished.
It was the scream of a woman, a distressed, manic, deranged kind of scream. Jesse started pulling in the direction of the screams, but the more we ran, the further the screams seemed to get, until they completely stopped. Then Jesse once again stopped running and started looking around in different directions. Suddenly, there was the sound of someone zooming past us, rushing through the crops. In fact, they were so close I could see some of the crops maybe 5 feet from my face being brushed aside.
Hell no!
This time, I let Jesse off the leash. told him to go, catch them. Jesse disappeared in seconds. I heard his barks, though. I was getting further away with every passing second. Until I was sitting in the middle of the crops alone, shaking in fear. I was so scared, I didn't even want to move in fear of making noise and giving away my position. I was as scared as a young child. Then, the most horrific thing to ever happen to me happened. A couple crops were brushed aside behind me, and something grabbed my right shoulder.
Oh!
I don't mean a friendly, light tap on the shoulder. I mean something grabbed my shoulder tight and squeezed to the point of it hurting.
Damn.
I screamed and without looking back, ran in the direction I was 90% sure led back to the house. On my way back, I could hear Jesse's barks in the far distance. I wasn't about to go looking for him, though. I thanked God when I saw the roof of my house come into view in the distance, and I finally reached the edge of the cornfield onto the back lawn. I passed the big oak tree in the yard and Jesse's doghouse and went straight through the back door. I checked every door and every window to make sure they were locked. I told my wife as little as I could to prevent a freakout, but I did tell her there was someone, maybe even more than one person in the crops. We called the sheriff's office and waited up for a while, making sure no one came to either door, and in hopes that Jesse would come back. And thank our lucky stars, he did. When a deputy finally pulled up the dirt road to our farm an hour later, he found Jesse sitting on the back deck of the house. There wasn't much the deputy could do other than take down my description of what happened. He said it himself, he wasn't about to go searching around that cornfield. We let Jesse sleep inside for the next few nights for his own safety, and after almost a week of uneventfulness, things went back to normal. There hasn't been a similar incident since.
But hell no, no. You need to cut them cornfields, like for real. Those some man. So you telling me somebody's still out there? Are you serious? Alright. First, you need to either move or cut the man-sized cornfields. I've seen cornfields in real life, but I have never been like close to one. I've always seen them like in distance, in like, you know, great distances, but I've never actually been inside or close where I could like touch the corn or in a real cornfield. And I hope I don't, because it seems like every time somebody, it's like every time somebody has it's like whenever you hear like a cornfield story or something, or that they have something as tall as a cornfield, like something always happens, something always pops off. And that's because they're man-sized cornfields. So, meaning that someone or something can be hiding in your cornfields. So, either cut them bitches or move. Or at least like minimize how much field you have of corn. Because if you just have like a lot of acres of cornfields, then you clucking up like, obviously it's gonna be more. It's gonna be something. There's gonna be something or someone in your cornfields either every night or every other night. You best believe that, right? I personally just think cornfields are just creepy in itself. But see, cornfields are just as creepy and scary as the woods. Yep, it is. But what? All right. So like, was I the only one thinking when the father and Jesse? I don't know why I did this, but when the father and the dog, for story number 4, when they was out in the cornfields, was I the only one thinking maybe there's someone in the house? Maybe there's a stranger or a burglar in the house, you know? Maybe there needs to be a part 4 a part 2 to story 4. Because I feel like it's not over yet. I feel like somebody snuck into the house while the dad and the dog was out in the cornfields, right? Felt like somebody just snuck into the house and now they're just chilling in the house. I feel like that's not over yet. You feel me? I don't know. And then you also... Okay, I thought I heard something. But then you also clucked up by letting Jesse off the leash and he just going God knows where, leaving your ass in the middle of the cornfields. Now you scared shitless. See? People don't be thinking. Listen to your pets, especially dogs. They be hearing stuff that we can't hear. They be seeing stuff that we can't see. They be sensing stuff that we can't sense. They have, for the most part, they have the, what's that saying? Your best interest at heart. Some dogs do. Well, some of them, I mean, if you train them right, they're going to always protect you. Unlike that first story, I don't know, like this when they was in a snowstorm or whatever, it was like snow. Unlike that story where he let his dog off the leash and just went after the person and never came back. That's why I say some dogs have your best interest at heart. My dog does. Alright? That's because I trained him right. And he loves me, I love him. Alright? But if you have a dog, please take care of him or her. Or if you have multiple dogs. Dogs are just the best. If you have a dog, let me know that in the comment section below. And if you had like multiple dogs, let me know how many dogs. I've had 1, 2. You only have one? I think I've either had 2 or 3, including Peanut. Yeah. But my ideal dream dog is to have a Pomsky. And hopefully I remember to show a picture of what a Pomsky looks like. A Pomsky is a Pomeranian in a Husky mix. So they look like a Husky, but they're as small as a Pomeranian. And they cost thousands of dollars. Peanut cost $600 on sale. And Peanut is he's 100% full bred Pomeranian. So I guess if you mix, 2 well-known breeds together, you're gonna get a high price. But I'm not looking forward to paying car payments. If I was to get a dog, I don't want to pay, $300-$400 every month for a dog. No, I just want to pay for a dog and that's it. I don't want to pay car payments. But listen to your dogs, please. For the most part, they have your best interests at heart. They have your best interests at heart, and just listen to them always. That's the advice that I can give y'all. Personally, I've been through that, and Peanut has never steered me wrong. Thank God, right? But Mr. Nightmare, you don't need sound effects. You gotta chill. One of these days, I'm gonna just die. Oh my God. But yes, I have noticed, and hopefully you all noticed that Mr. Nightmare is back on his regular. I don't know if I'm regular like uploading. I don't know. He's being more consistent again, I guess. He's uploading more than he was like a couple of months ago. So I just hope he keeps it up. All right, and that's about it. All right, keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Oh, name the type of dog that you have at the moment, if you do have a dog, or if you're about to get a dog. What dog do you want? And how many dogs have you owned before? And how many dogs do you have now? There's a lot of. I love dogs. That's all. Dogs are the best. And let me know this: does your dog act like you? Because my dog Peanut, he acts like me because I'm lazy, but also, yeah. I'm lazy, but I still be putting in work. But Peanut, he's just lazy, he got energy, like I got energy, but for the most part, he's just lazy, like I am, Peanut is a very, very chill dog. That's why I love him so much. You feel me? He's chill. He's just like me. He's just in the dog version. That's it. Peanut, Gator, I don't know. If you would put me, if you would put my personality into a dog, you'll have Peanut. That's all I'm trying to say. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I know I already said that. Stay happy, my family, and I love you. See y'all in the next one.